This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Today is another chapter from the book we have coming out on building a business and not messing up the money you make from building that business. And so today's content is 3 fundamental core concepts in building a business. So to take a step forward, we constantly think in terms of 3 core business concepts. We'll talk a lot about these concepts throughout the entire book, but you're just getting a chapter of the book today. These concepts are ones that we come back to all the time: niche-centric, customer-centric, and people/team-centric. Niche-centric speaks to the concept that it's a great deal easier to build a business around a small, specific market segment than around a large, broad market. This may mean, for example, in my case, building a media company on specific industry segments in healthcare rather than a general consumer population. It generally means being focused on a specific segment of an area versus a very broad area. Jack Welch, famous of GE, used to speak about wanting to win in the markets, being in specific markets where they could be 1 or 2 in the market. That's sort of the same concept of building niche businesses. We find it a billion times easier to build niche businesses than general consumer businesses. The second concept that we talk about a lot is customer-centric. Customer-centric means a heavy focus on taking care of the needs of a specific customer. It means focusing very heavily on satisfying your most important customers and then really understanding who are those most important customers. Like in any kind of business with, if you have 1,000 customers, typically 20% of those customers can drive 80% of your revenues. And it's really making sure you're taking care of those customers. Or it's whatever business you're in, really understand what your customer needs, making sure you're doing something that fits the needs of that customer. So that's the second concept. The third concept we talk about constantly is people and team-centric. It means very similar to your customers. You do everything you can to take care of your best people, and you really build around great people, great teams. And you can never lose sight of that, because at the end of the day, this concept of the one person does everything, the one-man wrecking crew, the great individualist, is largely a myth, because even the greatest of the business titans all did it with great teams and great people. And the secret trick often is great people and great teams rather than one great leader or one great idealist. And so this concept of, the individualist, the maverick, this, that, the other, I think it's largely more legend and myth than reality. And the reality of any great sustainable business is great teams and great people. So those are the 3 core concepts we talk about regularly: people-centric, people-team-centric, niche-centric, and customer-centric. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Thank you very much.